Think about this. Just be a critical thinker for a second. Self-improvement, when someone's self-improvement to always grow, to learn, to get on the cutting edge, to be the best at your job is really strong, without sufficient self-acceptance, you end up living in this box called self-critical. And there were several of you, you don't have, no names or anything, but several, I would ask the question on the phone call, are you typically kind of hard on yourself? And the answer was, every time, yes. Some of you use this drive to improve to justify your worth and potential. So I brought this book with me, written many years ago by Maxwell Maltz. I read this book and one little statement stood out to me that I've never forgotten. Maxwell Maltz, psycho-cybernetics. Well, guess who Maxwell Maltz was? He was a plastic surgeon. And what he would do is these people would come in to have their faces or whatever, bodies adjusted. And that would be the answer to their happiness. And what he realized through years of doing this plastic surgery is that actually people didn't feel happier having all that work done. And he wrote a whole book on it. It's all in here. And what he says is, he says, when you fail at something, that does not mean you are a failure. When you make a mistake, that doesn't mean you are a mistake. So one of my goals today is just to show you what self-acceptance and self-esteem is and what it isn't. I want to show you what that is, and maybe through our coaching calls we can adjust. If this is something that you want to work on, we can adjust some of that. In the book, The 4 Agreements, I printed this out. He says this, based on this last thought right here that I just gave you. Shame or guilt. True justice is paying only once for each mistake. True injustice is paying more than once for each mistake. How many times do we pay for one mistake? The author of the 4 Agreements says. The answer is thousands of times. The human being is the only animal on earth that pays 1,000 times for the same mistake. The rest of the animals pay only once for every mistake they make, but not us. We have a powerful memory. We make a mistake, we judge ourselves, we find ourselves guilty, we punish ourselves. If justice exists, then that was enough. We don't need to do it again. But every time we remember, we judge ourselves again, we are guilty again, and we punish ourselves again and again and again. If we have a wife or a husband, he or she reminds us of the mistake, so we can judge ourselves again, punish ourselves again, and find ourselves guilty again. And then he asks the question, is that fair? I say to you, it's not fair. Some of us are too hard on ourselves and we need to just let go. We just need to let go and understand life's not perfect and assume that others did their best and not take things so personally. I did work for a waste management company up in Seattle, and the owner, the family, one of the owners was in the room, and he told me after one of the trainings, he says, you know, one of our major expenses at a junkyard, or not a junkyard, a waste management yard where all your garbage goes, one of the big expenses are repairing the fences. I said, why would that be one of your big expenses? He says, because the wind comes in and blows the paper and everything against the fences, and the fences can't breathe, and it blows the fences down. How much clutter, how much paper, how much junk are we storing in ourselves that we just need to let go and move on.